Hello everyone. Today in this session I will talk on the chapter title Why Do We Fall Ill? And as the statement is clearly indicating, it is connected with our health and it is connected with the discovery of the various kinds of defense mechanisms that resist the development of diseases in the human body. And it is also particularly hovering its major view regarding the various situations and conditions which are responsible for the cause of the disease. So, as the name implies, health, normally we talk about a state of the body when there is no any disease, that is referred as health. But I specially mention here health is not only regarded as merely absence of disease in the body. As per WHO, World Health Organization, health is defined as a state of physical, mental, social, and behavioristic well being. I want to say a person is said to be healthy only if the person is physically fit, mentally fit, socially as well as emotionally, the person is alright. And the conditions which are necessary for maintenance of the good health are primarily belonging to the three different parameters. The first one, that is the good physical as well as the social environment surrounding the person or community. And secondly, the good economic conditions, not only of the individual, but also of the state or country in which the population is there. And the thirdly, the social equality and harmony. In other words, this is referred as social justice in the society. And good physical and social environment includes the clean surroundings, good sanitation, proper garbage disposal, hygienic practices, and to clean the drinking water. And good economic conditions, I have already mentioned, they includes the job opportunities for all for earning to have nutritious food material and to lead a healthy life. Social equality and harmony are necessary for the healthy as well as a peaceful life, and it is one of the important parameter in order to maintain the health. And normally, if we differentiate between the healthy and disease-free conditions, so we can say the health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being as it is recommended by WHO. And disease-free state is that state which is only referring to absence from the diseases. Secondly, the healthy state refers to the individual physical as well as the social environment, whereas a disease-free state refers only to the individual. And the healthy individual has a good health, and the disease-free person may or may not have the good health, or the disease-free condition is not warranting the good health conditions. So, what does a disease look like? If we talk about when a person is basically affected by disease, either the normal functioning or appearance of one or more systems of the body changes for the worse. And these changes give rise to the signs of disease, which are called as symptoms of the disease. And on the basis of externally visible symptoms, the physicians look for the signs of the particular diseases and conducts tests in order to confirm the disease in the body. The diseases are of so many types and they can be classified as acute diseases. Acute are those diseases which last only for the short period of time and does not have the long term effect on the health. For example, the cold, cough, typhoid, cholera, these are basically referred as acute diseases because they last only for the short period of time. And the second one, in contrast to the acute diseases, we have the chronic diseases. These are those kinds of diseases which last for the long time and has the long-term drastic effect on the health. For example, diabetes, or increase in the blood sugar level. Then tuberculosis, which is commonly called as a TB, elephantiasis, which is also known as vacheriasis, arthritis or bone problems, and cancer. These are the chronic types of diseases. The third important set of disease, that is known as infectious disease. Infectious diseases are also referred as communicable diseases. And these are those diseases which can spread from one infected person to the healthy person through the media of air, water, food, or some vectors. And even the physical contact or sexual contact may be responsible for spreading such kind of diseases. For example, the common cold, it is basically caused by droplet infection. Chickenpox, mumps, measles, typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, malaria, and AIDS, they are primarily caused due to the direct contact with the infected person. And the fourth important kind of diseases, if we study, these are the non-infectious diseases, also known as non-communicable diseases. And these are those kinds of diseases which cannot spread from one infected person to the healthy person through direct contact or through indirect contact. For example, beriberi, the disease which is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B1, rickets, the nutritional deficiency disorder which is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D, scurvy due to the deficiency of vitamin C, night blindness due to the deficiency of vitamin A, diabetes, increase in the blood sugar, cancer, and high blood pressure. All of these, they are the diseases which cannot spread from infectious person to the healthy person via contact. Then if we study the cause of disease, the diseases are primarily caused by disease causing agents which are referred to the name of pathogens. And there are a wide variety of pathogens, or there is a huge diversity in the pathogens. We have viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, or worms, which act as the primary pathogens for the human beings. And the second important cause of the disease is the poor health and undernourishment or malfunctioning of the certain body parts, or one of the reason may be the environmental pollution and genetical disorder or inborn disorders. So infectious agents which are basically responsible for causing the diseases, I have already told you they belong to a variety of types, like viruses may be there, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and worms. The diseases which are primarily caused by the viruses, they include the common cold. It is caused by a virus which is named as a rhinovirus. Common cold is caused by rhinovirus. Influenza, it is caused by influenza virus. Influenza is commonly known as flu. And measles, mumps, chickenpox, AIDS, and hepatitis B, all of these, they are the viral diseases. And diseases which are caused by the bacteria, they can be exemplified with cholera, which is caused by the bacteria, namely Vibrio cholerae. Typhoid, which is caused by the bacteria Salmonella typhi. Tuberculosis, which is caused by the bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Tetanus, which is caused by the bacteria Clostridium tetani. Anthrax, it is caused by bacteria, namely Bacillus anthracis. And food poisoning, which is primarily caused by the bacteria which are belonging to the group like Clostridium family. And the fungi, they include those kinds of pathogens which are responsible for causing the skin infections in human beings. Primarily, we can exemplify it with the athlete's foot. One of the kind of the diseases, athlete foot. And protozoans, they are also responsible for causing the diseases. Protozoans are also the microbes. These are the small creatures which can be found in the air, in the water, or some other kind of medium as well. And malaria, it is the protozoan disease. It is caused by a protozoan which is referred to the name of Plasmodium. Keep in mind, malaria is not caused by mosquito. Malaria is not caused by the mosquito. Rather, mosquito act as carrier of its pathogen, namely Plasmodium. Malaria is caused by the Plasmodium, and the Plasmodium parasite, it is carried with the agency of the mosquito. Mosquito acts as a vector. Likewise, the Kala Azar, which is also known as dum dum fever, or which is also known as visceral leishmaniasis. It is caused by protozoan, which is called as a leishmania. Amoebic dysentery, it is caused by one of the species of amoeba, which is pathogenic, and that species is known as Entamoeba histolytica. Sleeping sickness, it is caused by Trypanosoma gambias, which is also a kind of protozoan. And there are the certain worms also, which may act as pathogens for the diseases, such as they are responsible for causing the intestinal infections and elephantiasis. Intestinal infection causing worms are the Ascaris lumbricoides, which is commonly called as common intestinal worm. Then we have the tapeworm and Wucheria bancrofti, which is responsible for causing the elephantiasis. That is, in this kind of disease, the lower portion of the body undergo swelling, and the leg areas, they appear like the elephant legs due to the swelling. So that's why the disease is known as elephantiasis. Then there is the second important reason for the cause of the disease, and that is due to some important kind of carriers or vectors. And infectious diseases spread from the infected person to the healthy person through air, water, food, vectors, physical contact, and sexual contact. For example, the disease which can spread through air contact or through droplet infection, they include the common cold, tuberculosis, pneumonia, etc. And through water, such as cholera, amoebic dysentery, through vectors like insect vectors, mosquitoes, malaria may be there, dengue, yellow fever, etc. And through flies, we can have the typhoid, tuberculosis, diarrhea, and dysentery. And even there are the certain diseases which can spread through the sexual context like syphilis and AIDS. The disease which can spread through the sexual contact, these are referred as STD or sexually transmitted diseases or VD or venereal disease. And even these diseases such as AIDS, it can also spread through the blood transfusion and from mother to her child during pregnancy and through breastfeeding as well. Then the third important factor which is responsible for development of disease, that is based upon the organ specific and tissue specific factors. Diseases causing microbes enter the body by the different means and goes to the different organs and tissues. And microbes which enter through the nose, they're likely to go to the lungs and they are responsible for causing the respiratory diseases such as SARS and tuberculosis. And the microbes which enter through the mouth, they're likely to stay in the gut. They're responsible for causing the intestinal diseases such as typhoid, or they may even infect the liver and responsible for causing the jaundice. Virus which causes AIDS enter the body through the sexual contact during copulation and spreads through the lymph to all the parts of the body and damages the immune system. And viruses which can cause Japanese encephalitis, which is commonly called as a brain fever, enter the body through the mosquito bite and goes and infects the brain tissue. So it means that the organs may be damaged by the microbes which got the entry within the body through different routes. Then, for the principles of treatment of diseases, we can say we have the two important steps. One is to reduce the effects of the disease, and second to kill the microbes. In the first case, that is to reduce the effects of the disease, we can use the medicines, or we can use the immunoboosters. We can use the medicines or we can use the immunoboosters. The medicines may inactivate the pathogens, and immunoboosters may activate our immune system or disease resistance power. The second important way to get rid of the disease is to kill the microbes. And this can be done by taking suitable antibiotics and drugs which can kill the microbes, and disease is cured. And there are certain principles of prevention as well, which may lead to uh, prevention of infectious diseases primarily. And they include the general ways of prevention like public hygiene, and second way of prevention is the specific way of prevention, and that is through immunization or by taking the vaccines. And further, I can say these principles of prevention are primarily, first of all, taken at the individual step. Thereafter, they may be taken at the community level, and finally, they may be adopted by one particular area for its complete action and prevention of diseases in the community level or at the individual level. Thank you so much. If you have any query or questions, you may post your queries on YouTube channel of Education World. Thank you.